everything alright? My name is Tamiris. I've been working with SEO for the past decade. I've already brought more than 10 million additional users for my clients and 68 additional revenue for them. And today I'll be discussing with you about, is WriteSonic actually worth it? So this is one of the most popular content writing tool for SEO people out there. And I know that a lot of people want to start off with a tool such as WriteSonic on their SEO operations, especially if you are a web agency, so web dev, web design, or also if you are a small SEO or content agency, you might want to hire this tool for efficiency's sake. So today I'll be discussing with you about what WriteSonic does, what is the pricing, and what are the scenarios that I think WriteSonic is worth it and the ones that I think that it is not. So let's dive in. For definition's sake, I want to make it clear that WriteSonic is not a tool that is able to handle all your SEO operations. So it is very important for me to emphasize that WriteSonic doesn't replace SEMrush or Ahrefs, which are all-in-one SEO tools, because it doesn't go through, for example, website audits, backlink audits, competitor analysis. The keyword research features are not that good in terms of like the data. The data is not as good as the data provided on SEMrush and Ahrefs. So keep that in mind when you are hiring WriteSonic. If you want to have a more robust SEO operation, you will need to essentially hire either SEMrush or Ahrefs together with WriteSonic. But WriteSonic is a very good content writing tool, so it is especially targeting SEO for content writers / content SEO, which is quite similar to Surfer SEO in a sense. So I already made another video about Surfer SEO, and you can see it essentially clicking over here or over here. But yeah, they are a bit different in terms of the user experience and in terms of who they are targeting and overall some of their features, although both of them are content SEO tools. So without further ado, let's start. So pricing, I think that's quite important for us to evaluate if it is worth it or not for your moment. They have 5 different plans. These are the main plans that they have, which are of course a free trial, so you can play around with it before you decide paying for it. The light, the standard, professional, advanced. So most likely you will fit into either light or standard. Professional and advanced is usually for bigger SEO / content agencies. So if you are a web agency or a smaller SEO or content agency, most likely light or standard will be enough for you. If you pay it annually, it is $49 per month or $99 per month. And if you pay it monthly, it is slightly more expensive, and I don't know why it's bugged over here, so who knows why. Let me refresh it so it will change the pricing for us. Alright, so WriteSonic, you have bugs. But essentially it is slightly cheaper if you pay annually because you get 2 months for free, essentially. So what does the light plan contemplates and what does the standard plan contemplates? Essentially 1 user. So if you have a team, you will have to pay for additional users, so keep that in mind. You can have 1 project over here. You can add more projects, but for an increase on the monthly plan, you can actually have 100 AI agent generations, and I'll get into that when we go inside of the tool. 15 articles per month, 6 site audits per month, 200 pages per site audit, unlimited WriteSonic. So they do have their own AI chat competing with ChatGPT in a way, but it's more specific, of course, for SEO queries. And 2 writing styles per project. Essentially, this is what you get for the light plan, which is enough for like a web dev or SEO / design small agencies. And the standard one essentially it's like more of these over here. So there is no like a new feature in terms of the standards, but you can get more of the same features that you have over here. On average, by what I'm seeing over here, like 2 to 3 times more. So it's a matter of like usage, essentially. So now that we already know the pricing, let's go inside of it. And I reactivated the plan for us to play around with it. I have the light plan, so let's see what we can do with the light plan. This is the home when you log into WriteSonic, and you can already see that it has this little prompt over here that you can essentially have a prompt of what you want to do. They have some pre-made options like advertising, general writing, video, e-commerce, social media, blog, emails, view all. Essentially, you can utilize their agent, which is connected to Href. So they have this partnership. It is something fairly recent. I think the last like 4 months. They didn't have this partnership before, which is quite interesting for some queries that we can put on the AI agent that I will test in a minute. We have WriteSonic, which is again, it's like a chat, like ChatGPT. Article Writer, all content templates, SEO tools, AI topic clustering. So this is one interesting feature that, spoiler alert, I think Surfer SEO does better than them. And you can connect your search console in order to have some insights. So again, as I said on the Surfer SEO review, it is interesting for you to have search console already set up in order to utilize these tools to the fullest. So let's start off with AI article writer. And this is where I think WriteSonic is way less user-friendly than Surfer SEO, because it overcomplicates a lot their different features. They have a lot of different tiers inside of the their main features, and we'll get into that in a minute. So essentially they have the AI article writer 4, which is like an old version that you can utilize without any limits. You have the AI article writer 5 that you utilize 5 credits per article, and then you have the AI article writer 6, which is like the pro AI writing tool for WriteSonic, and it is 20 credits per article. One thing that is very important for me to tell you is that WriteSonic, it works essentially on a credit base for writing content for you. So essentially, if you have a base plan, you will have like 100 credits per month. And then you can utilize that in the way that you think is the most smart way, like the smartest way for you to utilize it. Most likely you will utilize the AI article writer 5 because it is the best bang for your buck, but it is quite complex the way that essentially they divide into different tiers. So let's go for the AI article writer 4, which I think is one of the main things you want to see in this video, the AI article generation, right? So essentially we can choose a topic, let's say best smart watches, I don't know. Then we can select the country, so United States, and we can search for keywords. It will bring you some suggestions. So this is the keyword difficulty, aka how hard it is to rank for this keyword. It will bring you the volume, aka how many people are searching for that per month on average, and the traffic potential. So this is an estimation that they do of the number of monthly visitors that the top ranking websites receive with that particular topic. So essentially, let's say that we want to do best smartwatches for Android, and then we will choose some other variations over here. And yeah, let's say we are happy with that. So next. Then we can essentially select what we think that is the tone of voice, so we can input that manually. In this case, let's say that we want it informal, informational, conversational. So I want it to be more informal, I want it to to give enough information for people to feel confident on making a purchase decision, and I want it to sound like a conversation, like I am having a chat with a friend, for example. Then I can essentially select the point of view if I wanted to utilize first person, second, or third. So let's say I wanted to keep it second person, so I'm talking to you. And then I can like essentially select a call to action that I want. So check the best smartwatch for Android. So we can select the language and generate ideas. All right, so over here, it already generates kind of like the main headline for me. So I can choose the one that I think that is the best fitting for the purpose of my content. So let's say the top 10 best smartwatches for Android, your ultimate guide. So select these over here, then generate outlines. And then essentially it will give you some alternatives of how you want to structure the content. You can choose the one that you think that sounds more like your tone or more like your brand. So let's say, for example, that I want it like this. And then I can actually edit one by one if I want to. So if I didn't like any of these subheadings, I could change it if I wanted to. So instead of best smartwatches for women, I can say like, I don't know, instead of stylish, I can say like, I don't know, beautiful options. And then I can proceed over here. And then it will write the content for you. So this is how the AI article writer 4 works. The quality is decent. It is fairly well SEO optimized. It does sound a bit shallow in some parts, so a bit more superficial, but it's fairly decent. I will say that this is a good draft for you to start. So let's see the difference on how actually the 5 works. So let me go over there 1 second. All right, so this is the AI article 5, so you can see the difference between them and if it is worth it for you to pay 5 credits for this article instead of utilizing the unlimited 4.0. So here, let's keep the same topic, right? So best smart watches Android. It's crashing for some reason. Let me refresh it. Sorry, it was crashing, but now it's working. So best smartwatches, we kept the same topic. So now what it does is that it searches essentially what are the top ranking articles to give you some references that you can utilize to generate the content. So let's say that I want to select this, and this, because essentially I'm not competing against Reddit. I'm not a forum, for example. And also, I'm not trying to sell anything in my e-commerce, so it doesn't make sense for me to select Amazon as a reference. So then, next, we can give additional information if you want to. So maybe keep it more conversational and informal. Then you can also give it some keywords if you already have it. And then essentially we can have a writing style over here if we want to. So to create a writing style, you can input URLs or files or text snippets, and it will actually create a tone of voice that you can utilize on your content. So let's say I want like create a special tone of voice. Let's keep it basic. Cool, so it prompts you to give a final check. So let's say everything is perfect with what we selected. And then it will generate the article. Essentially, the main difference between the two is the fact that it will do essentially a search for the top rankers on the SERP that you want. So instead of creating it from your input in terms of like subheadings, headings, topic, etc., you will actually search on the web for the players that are already ranking well for a particular keyword, and it will give you suggestions based on this player performance. And you can actually select a tone of voice if you have one, so you can create one tone of voice. For the standard plan, I think you can create 2 tones of voice by what we're seeing at the beginning of the video. So you can utilize that to have a more personalized and competitive article. Essentially, this is the output. It's fairly decent. Again, nothing impressive. I do think that there is still the need of a human being to come over here and edit. But this is the difference between the two of them. So you can pick and choose the one that you like the most, keeping in mind that although this looks slightly better in terms of like depth of the content, it is not considering the top players. So this is closer in theory to the content that is ranking right now. So keep that in mind when you are choosing between the two of these. Perfect. So what else WriteSonic is able to do for us? Essentially, you have the writing style, so you can define it over here. You can create it. So it's the same experience that I showed you previously. And you have the WriteSonic. So WriteSonic is an interface quite similar to ChatGPT that you can utilize essentially to create the content yourself or to do a particular research that you want. So they already have some prompts over here that come ready for you to utilize. So for example, let's say that I want to find keyword opportunities. Cool. So essentially it will help you. It's giving me like an annoying guide. It will help you to know how to prompt. So let's say that I want, for example, give me ideas of keywords that are related to the topic smart watches, right? And then we can either improve the prompt over here or we can choose to keep our original prompt. So for the sake of this exercise, let's keep the original one. Hi guys, I'm back. So it took a solid 4 minutes for the AI to process my prompt. So essentially what it did is that it performed keyword research for me. Apparently it was connected to Ahrefs. So you can see this over here. So it provided me keyword research done regarding smartwatches through Ahrefs. And then it organized the smartwatches into what they call a topic cluster over here. So let's see the quality of the answer. So essentially it's saying that the primary keyword has a search volume of 8K, indicating a strong demand. The traffic potential is significant, 42K. Keyword difficulty is high. CPC 100. 141 for me, it is hallucinating over here. We can actually compare to the hrefs, so let me check that out. I don't think the CPC is 141. This would be insane in my perception. Sorry, Keyword Explorer. Watches. Let's say United States. United States. Okay. Yeah, as you can see over here, the CPC is 45 cents. So it grossly hallucinated over there. Grossly. On average, with this list over here, we have like $1 for CPC. I don't know if it actually like sum all the CPC for related keywords, but it grossly hallucinated over here. So the analysis revealed that the top ranking pages are optimized for related keywords such as Garmin watch, smartwatch, Amazon smartwatches. Low quality outputs over here, honestly. Same term analysis, smartwatches for kids, for Android, so we got something consistent over here. Potential for targeting specific demographics. Long tail keywords, compare smartwatches, smartwatches for women, okay. Then it gave some suggestions that they took off from hrefs supposedly. As we saw, like there are some considerable inconsistencies over here. So all to say that probably this feature over here is still in beta, so not working too well. If we're going to essentially pay for the subscription, you won't be paying for this feature. You'll be paying for the AI writing feature that we evaluated before. Apart from that, they do have another beta feature that is site audits that I wanted to explore with you guys, because some of you might be interested on that. And we can compare it to like what SEMrush or Ahrefs gives us. So let me run the audit. Essentially, you input the domain over here. And then most likely I'll have to pause because WriteSonic is so freaking slow on most of the work that it's doing. So I will see you in like 4 or 5 minutes. Hey, I'm back. So let's check the site audit feature. So essentially it gives you like a site health score similar to SEMrush. Domain rating, organic traffic, backlinks, referring domains. Content quality is where they are essentially emphasizing the audit over here. So essentially it's giving the number of pages affected by a particular issue that they identified. Indexable content, you can choose to fix with AI, so we can try it out in a second. Social and rich results, so markup schema over here, open graph tags over here. Not indexable content, canonical, broken URLs, that's a cool feature. Security, and that's it. Most of them don't have a fix available. But let's see what happens when we select the ones that actually have a fix available. So let's check. Maybe missing or empty title and meta description, I think that we can already guess what happens. But let's try at least one of them out. So, okay, let's proceed. generate with AI. So I have to select the pages. Let's hope that it doesn't take like 3 years as most of WriteSonic's features do. They do have this issue of efficiency. Cool, so it generates the meta description, so that's a cool feature, at least to handle the basics, right? So you can have a draft for all the pages that have missing either title tags or description tags, which is pretty cool. Title too short, so essentially let's see what it suggests. In theory, it will essentially try to make it more descriptive to increase click-through rates. So let's see the quality of the output over here. Again, taking a while. It's giving a pretty generic suggestion, but again, it can be better than not having any. So, for example, instead of small business coach, profitable growth. Okay. And instead of business coaching headline, achieve success. It can be better than what you have right now if you have a lot of issues on your website, or you need to essentially fix everything efficiently on a website that has never been SEO optimized or is poorly SEO optimized. It can be a way for you to get your foot on the door with SEO. Let's see. No schema markup. This is one that I'm kind of curious. Let's generate for one page. This one was faster than anticipated, so let's view new schema. I mean, it's like, okay, I don't know if I would choose that if I were to do it myself, but again, if you don't have time to do SEO, or if you are a smaller agency and you want to essentially do that more efficiently, or you don't have the budget to have an SEO person or a better tool, then by any means it can be a way to start. So this feature is quite interesting, but again, it's also a feature that is in beta, so keep that in mind. So I think this is the 80-20 with everything that you can do SEO wise with WriteSonic. They do have other features that are complementary, like SEO Checker and Optimizer. So essentially here you can input content. It's kind of like a content editor, similar to Surfer SEO, that you can input content and actually make it evaluate the content. And you can also ask it for optimizer content if it identifies that the SEO score is not too high. So we can test it out together. Let's take a random article, 1 second. Alright, so I copied and pasted here one article so we can use this feature together. So next, let's check out how this content editor actually works. So you can choose the basic settings, essentially, let's say United States and blog. Scaling marketing agency, so it already gives you some suggestions based on what it evaluated of the content that I have over here. So star analysis. So essentially gives you a score. 61 is fairly close to what they suggest, that is 65. They bring you some high-level suggestions of like words, headings, paragraphs, and images. So these are the components that it is suggesting for you to incorporate. Some keywords over here as suggestions. Long tail keywords, common competitor terms. So most likely it is crawling the SERP for this particular keyword that we selected over here, and it's bringing some suggestions based on the top players that are ranking right now. So let's check out essentially improve SEO. It is again in beta. There are a lot of features on WriteSonic that are in beta, right? But let's see how it goes. It's showing you essentially the original article versus the improved version. So it's not easy. It's supposed to be. Scaling our marketing agency is one of the biggest challenges you will face. Scaling our marketing agency is one of the biggest challenges you will face when you start your own marketing business. Whether you are looking to grow a digital marketing agency or scale a social media marketing agency, the process isn't easy. It's not supposed to be. So I do feel a bit of keyword stuffing. It doesn't feel too natural. I understand that it is trying to insert some relevant related keywords like growing digital marketing agency or scale social media agency. But it doesn't sound too natural to me. Of course, agency owners who stood out there, you are right now staring down this mountain. I've seen their struggles, their breakthroughs, and what it takes to make the climb. This is where the real work begins. That tests your decisions, your stamina, and how far you are willing to go to build something extraordinary in the world of agency startup. So it is bringing some unnecessary changes. I don't see why it changed most of like these. If the purpose was to just like insert agency startup, it could keep like 90% of these and just add the keywords. Let me give it to you straight. I've watched agencies crumble because they sprint ahead without lacing up their shoes. Sound like the plan for size? I don't think so. That one's fall off. It's kind of sloppy, honestly, but in theory it changed to incorporate more of the keywords, right? So agency startup is one that we've seen together that it inserted. Scale marketing agency is one that I've seen that it inserted. Scale your marketing. Social media marketing agency, I did see that it incorporated on the content. So yeah, supposedly it is incorporating more related keywords, long tails, common terms that competitors are utilizing, and overall better usage of these. But as we've seen, although it is interesting to insert more keywords over here, the way that it did it, it's sloppy, not the highest quality, kind of keyword stuffing in a way. So I don't know. I don't think I would utilize that in the beta stage that it is right now. So yeah, guys, I think this is the 80/20 of WriteSonic's feature. It does contemplate a bit of content for social media, but that's not the purpose of the video. The video is focused more on essentially SEO for people that are either starting to offer SEO services on their web agency or for smaller SEO agencies that want to be more efficient. So the final question we have is WriteSonic actually worth it? In short, I would say that if you are utilizing it primarily to generate AI articles, yes, it is worth it if you are either on the light or standard plan. So I wouldn't spend a lot of money on WriteSonic's solution. There are other solutions out there such as Surfer SEO that I think that have better output. But Surfer SEO is slightly more expensive. So I think it starts off on $79 to $99 per month. So the light plan on WriteSonic that is $49 per month is a way that you can get your foot on the door with content SEO work, especially trying to write AI content that is already SEO optimized rather than generating a content with ChatGPT that isn't considering all the SEO optimization factors. So utilizing the light or standard plan, if you are a smaller agency, then it can be a way that you can start to incorporate SEO or be more efficient with your SEO operations. But for all the other features, especially for the chat that we seen together, that gave us a pretty crazy answer that is not consistent with what is being offered, for example, on Hrefs, then I would say no, it's not worth it if you are going to use it for other features. So keep that in mind if you want to start off with content writing. Light or standard plan can be worth it. I would definitely suggest you to also check out Surfer SEO. I think it has a better quality, although it is slightly more expensive. But for the other features, especially the ones that are in beta, they are actually beta. So I wouldn't recommend you to trust on these for managing your SEO operations or offering add-ons of SEO services on your agency. So if you want to scale your web agency or your SEO agency and know more about the best tools, the best SOPs, and the best way you can sell for higher prices, then you can have my help by contacting me on the link down below. There is my Calendly over there, and you can select a slot so we can have a little chat together. And you can also subscribe to this channel to see more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, and see ya!